Step into the shadows with me. Welcome to a very different kind of journey today. We aren't just exploring dry facts or statistics. We are stepping right onto a doomed train, a terrifying ride where the tracks lead literally nowhere, and the only destination is pure dread. So, lower the lights, listen closely, and let's begin this story. Imagine this for a second. You are utterly exhausted. You're stranded, and you are just absolutely desperate to get home. Would you step onto a hollow, echoing train carriage with absolutely no one else around? Well, today, we're walking in the footsteps of a lone traveler named Jatin. He answered yes to that exact question. And as you'll soon see, it was a decision that would defy every single law of reality. Picture it. It's midnight in December. There's this biting pink winter chill settling over Chinchwad railway station in Pune. The station is entirely desolate. I mean, it's a ghost town. The Mumbai-Pune Express is delayed by 3 agonizing hours. All the other passengers, they've completely given up, trickling away into the night to find another way home. But Jatin? He is exhausted from the day's endless hustle. He just wants to go home. He's the very last man standing on an empty platform. So as Jatin waits there, in the freezing quiet, a beggar emerges from the deep shadows beneath the foot overbridge. He approaches slowly, asking why Jatin is even still waiting, warning him that the delayed express train is genuinely dangerous at night. And then, his voice drops to this sinister, raspy whisper. He delivers an ominous warning. Take care, don't talk to any stranger. Jatin finds himself strangely hypnotized by the man's words. He's locked in this chilling trance, almost missing the very train he's been waiting hours for. Suddenly, bam, the trance breaks. The train's horn blares right out of nowhere, signaling an abrupt departure. Jatin absolutely sprints. He barely manages to pull himself into the very last coach as it picks up speed. He's the sole passenger. But right as those heavy iron doors begin to close, he looks back at the platform one last time. The beggar isn't leaving. He's just standing there in the cold, wearing this deeply unsettling, mysterious smile as Jatin is swallowed by the dark train. Jatin leans against the door, just trying to catch his breath and calm his racing heart. He walks down the aisle, slumps into an empty seat, and closes his eyes, letting the cool breeze from the window sort of soothe his nerves. But then, the atmosphere in the room completely shifts. He feels it before he even hears it. Heavy, deliberate breathing right next to his ear. He snaps his eyes open, but there's nothing. He stands up, his heart practically pounding out of his chest, and looks around. The chilling reality sets in. The entire compartment is completely, suffocatingly empty. But then his eyes adjusts to the dim, flickering light at the far end of the coach. He actually isn't alone. A stranger is sitting there. John walks over, honestly relieved at first to see another human being, until he gets a little closer. The man is just staring at Jatin, wearing that exact same mysterious smile the beggar had. And his eyes, they hold absolutely no life. They are just a terrifying, empty void. Jatin tries to just ignore him. He closes his eyes again, but this undeniable, creeping anxiety is taking hold. He turns to look out the window, desperately hoping to see the familiar lights of a passing station. But there's nothing, just a dense, impenetrable darkness. Minutes are bleeding into hours, yet the train is just rushing forward into a pitch-black void. No platforms, no lights, just the rhythmic, deafening roar of the tracks underneath them. At this point, Jatin is internally panicking, right? He's wondering why on earth they haven't stopped yet. And then, the silence is shattered. The stranger speaks. And he doesn't just guess Jatin's thoughts. He literally invades them. What are you thinking? I know. No station has arrived, and no station will come. You boarded the wrong train. Jatin stammers, protesting, saying he boarded the right train. The stranger just replies, "Did you notice why no one else boarded? Why this entire compartment is empty?" That's when the chilling realization washes over Jatin. He checks the doors. There is absolutely no way out. Jatin stumbles back to his seat, visibly trembling. He slowly lifts his gaze back to the man sitting across from him. And in the blink of an eye, the nightmare violently escalates. The man's normal face is completely gone. His skull is brutally crushed inward. His eyes are bulging unnaturally right out of their sockets. Thick, dark blood is pouring relentlessly from his shattered head. Jatin screams, scrambling backward toward the door, shutting his eyes in absolute primal terror. Jatin presses himself hard against the corner, eyes squeezed shut, just waiting for the end. Suddenly, He feels a calm hand on his shoulder. He peeks his eyes open. The terrifying apparition? It's gone. The man is just standing there, looking perfectly normal again, calmly asking why Jatin was screaming. Jatin stammers about the blood and the totally crushed skull. The stranger simply sighs. He calmly explains that the horrific wound Jatin just saw is exactly 20 years old. You see, 2 decades ago, this stranger was exactly like Jatin. He boarded this exact same delayed train. But he wasn't alone. A group of violent drunkards boarded right behind him. A stupid altercation over a seat escalated into pure brutality. They mercilessly threw him from the moving train. His head struck an electric pole, which caused the crushed skull. And before he could even move a muscle, an oncoming train ran him over. He's been trapped here, endlessly searching for his murderers ever since. Jatin, desperately trying to grasp reality here, points out that if a train ran over him, he'd be dead. The stranger replies coldly, "Who told you I am alive?" Jatin, utterly terrified now, turns to the window, praying for the next station to appear. But the stranger shatters that hope instantly. "You can keep waiting, but this train will never stop." As he says this, the ghost morphs right back into his horrifying, bloody form. In sheer panic, Jatin yanks the emergency chain, but the train doesn't stop. Actually, it violently accelerates, throwing Jatin forcefully to the hard floor. Jatin is on his knees now, literally begging for mercy. "I don't even know you, please just let me go." The ghost looms over him, leaning in uncomfortably close. The thick blood from his crushed skull drips directly onto Jatin's trembling body. But then, the ghost abruptly backs away. The haunting aggression shifts into this desperate, hollow plea. "I need salvation," he whispers. "Tell me, can you give it to me?" So what does this all mean? This isn't just a physical train. It is an endless, purgatorial loop. The ghost reveals that this specific train has been running continuously since that fateful night 20 years ago. Every single time a new passenger boards, they are forced to step into the ghost's shoes, living out the exact same horrific fate. Jatin isn't just a random victim. He is the key. He's the final passenger who can actually solve the riddle of this cursed express. The ghost lays out an agonizing, impossible choice. Option A, Jatin can offer salvation. But that means leaving his own life behind, taking the ghost's place and becoming the new phantom trapped in this metal box forever. Or option B, he can refuse, and his story will violently end before they ever reach an impossible next stop. Jatin is completely cornered by the suffocating darkness outside and the dead man staring at him inside. Jatin looks out the window one last time. There's no light. The rhythmic thunder of the tracks is perfectly syncing with his racing heart. His mind just goes numb with the sheer inevitability of his doom. He turns back to the ghostly apparition. The air in the cabin grows impossibly heavy, and with a chilling, defeated whisper, Jatin seals his fate. "Okay, I will free you." Instantly, a freezing blast of wind rips through the compartment, and then the train screeches to a sudden, violent halt. The ghost smiles, but it's a smile of profound, twisted relief. His form begins to slowly dissolve right into the freezing air. As he vanishes into absolute nothingness, his final words echo through the empty, silent coach. "Now you are the new passenger. Your salvation will come when someone else boards." Jatin is left entirely alone. The dark transformation is complete. He is no longer the tired traveler trying to get home. He is the permanent phantom of the Mumbai-Pune Express. Jatin watches as the heavy metal doors slide open to reveal a desolate, shadowy platform. He knows he can never step off. He can only wait. The train jolts, slowly beginning to move forward once again, continuing its endless, cursed journey into the night. The trap is reset, the doors will open again, and one chilling question remains for all of us. Who is waiting at the next station?